Welcome back into another episode of the Spaceman 2.0 Phoenix Truth Rising Show, here to help you grow in the knowledge and wisdom of truth, and the truth will set you free. With the best history lesson and spiritual insights on the planet, exposure of the Illuminati's plan of world conquest and control is the death knell to the New World Order. Now we all know about genetic manipulation. That's what the elites have been doing. They said it was only happening in the Second World War, but we know since the beginning of man, they've been trying to genetically manipulate us. We've been finding 200,000-year-old mines for gold in southern Africa. Watch Battlefield Earth. Okay, this is not just some mythology. This is facts. Gold has been mined by Homo sapiens for 200,000 years. Maybe that's why it's so divinely needed as well as materially desired. But with that being said, let's get into what they've genetically done to our DNA. And our DNA has been manipulated in the last few years to a few thousand years. But having said that, let's try to understand, what does our DNA truly mean? And what is the truth about you that they want to erase so that you don't come to understand your true unique reality that you actually live in. It's a unique reality we all live in, which is our own true divine ability to commune with God within ourselves, not be needing God outside ourselves. God does not exist outside of us. It exists inside. He, she, it exists inside of us. It's that simple. So with that being said, that's why they've been genetically trying to mutate our DNA. And the snake or the serpent race has been masquerading as the holy of holy people on the planet. And with a little bit of discovery of the true meaning of what your DNA means, let's just go over it. So if you remember in the Christos Kabbalah teachings, I go over the name of God is Yod He Vav He. And Yod being 10, He being 5, Vav being 6, He being 5. In the helix around the DNA, those are the four first strands that go through the DNA, are the four main strands. They have a 10, a 5, a 6, and a 5 connected with them. And it just so happens that those letters have those numbers connected with them from ancient Hebrew, whichever way you want to understand that word, Hebrew. Those letters made not by man, but by sacred geometry. I already went into another video before. Go into all my videos, see them. But basically, you are made in the image of God. See the head, the arms and shoulders, the heart and spine, and then the legs and the hips. Of course, it's a rough rendition, but the archetype is there. So having said that, that's your DNA. Okay, your DNA is made in the image of God already with 10, 5, 6, 5 connected with it, and those are the numbers of the name of God. Yahweh, Jehovah, whatever. It's the four principles. You have four fingers and a fifth. The fifth is the Shin principle, which is Spirit, the Holy Spirit, which comes in your soul. And that being said means that only God can give you your soul, not a man. So even though man can clone man, he cannot put a soul into man. So DNA, what does it truly mean? Okay, deoxyribonucleic acid, right? So let's just go into those words and what that can possibly digress into, or deductive reasoning can understand. Dio. Can you see the word Dio? Dio. Dios means God. Ribo means what? Rabbi, Lord, Master, knower of the teachings. Nucleic, what's that in the center? Acid, what's that? Acid creates what? Like a fire. So fire in the center. So your DNA actually represents God because it's God, Lord Master, you are the fire burning in the center of my being. If you can say that as your affirmation for the day, I think you might feel a little bit better in your whole being, because you know you are in control. It's the religions that want to keep God outside of you. But the truth is, the Khazarian Mushbaka has tried to keep the secrets of the truth of your DNA from you, saying they are the chosen race. Meanwhile, your DNA proves that you are made in the image of God, and your will is love. So remember this, in the first 4 letters, all you need is 4 letters. Aleph, Hey, Yod, Hey. Okay? And then Yod, Hey, Vo, Hey. Yod, Hey, Vo, Hey is Jehovah. Everyone over that. Haya means I am. Okay? I am is Ahaya. Ahaya, Yod, Hey, Vo, Hey. I am God. And this way is Jaja. Yod, Hey, Yod, Hey. So on an angle like this, Jaja. Okay? One of the names of God on the tree of life. So you have Jaja, which means my will, and you have Ahava, which means love. Ahava means love. So until you realize that God is within you, burning in the center of your being as the fire of creation, the Lord Master of your being, I am God and my will is love. It's that simple. Your holy mantra is that simple. It's caught up in 2 words. Okay, and you only have really 1, 2, 3, 4 letters. 4 letters like your 4 fingers. We can all count to 4. There's 4 directions. So let's get back on into God 2 has a Plan 2000 and revealing the truth. The Phoenix Journals do it like no other. So with blood oaths and Masonic doctrines, you can see, if you just pause this right here and read it for yourself. So remember, the top says Mystic Shrine. Shriners will go into the Shriners symbolism, which shows actually the true image of the earth without anyone knowing it. Okay, from the above blood oaths taken, we can now understand why Masons never talk about their religion to profane non-Masons persons who becomes a Mason, your next door neighbor, the man down the street, city fathers, attorneys, most especially Zionists, judges, most especially Zionists, policemen, school teachers, some preachers, legislators, congressmen, and yes, lots of presidents. The most common known Masons are the 32nd degree. These men, women are not allowed to join, are usually your average Joe, six-pack, and local businessmen, city councilmen, lower court judges, mayors, etc. The men who are allowed to receive the 33rd degree are federal judges, politicians, governors, and congressmen, and presidents. The lower degree Masons, 32nd, are the do-gooders for the community. What happens at the 30, like I say, if you go down to the local Lions Club, of course, they're just trying to do the local charity, help out, sell some hot dogs and have whatever. The lower degree Masons, 32nd degree, are the do-gooders for the community. What happens at the 33rd degree level can only be imagined. To receive the 33rd degree, the Mason must go to Washington, D.C. to be honored. Since most, if not all, judges and prosecutors are Masons, we can now understand why brother Masons are seldom, if ever, convicted of a crime. This can be attributed to the following oath. You must conceal all the crimes of your brother Masons and should be summoned as a witness against a brother Mason. Be always sure to shield him. It may be perjury to do this. It is true, but you're keeping your obligation. In brackets, Ronayne Handbook of Masonry, page 183. There are many secret words and handshakes used by the Masons. This is for identification purposes. Let's now take certain Masonic names and match them with the number chart. Freemasonry, 258 equals 15 equals 6. Masonic Temple equals 870 equals 15 equals 6. Masonic Brotherhood equals 1212 equals 6. Shriner equals 546 equals 15 equals 6. Shriners Club equals 888 equals 24 equals 6. Fellow Craft equals 126 equals 15 equals 6. Senior Deacon equals 744 equals 15 equals 6. And